A decree, not a discussion, not a negotiation. A sovereign's word, etched not in sand, but in the permanent record of the crown. And tonight, that word has been spoken, shattering the last fragile pane of glass through which the Duke and Duchess of Sussex might have glimpsed a way back. This is Royal Report 24/7, and we are first to analyze the terse, earth-shattering communique just released from the King's desk. This is the constitutional full stop to a years-long saga. To understand the door that has just been locked and bolted from the inside, you must hear this. Subscribe and hit the bell. The statement from Buckingham Palace is a model of lethal brevity. It confirms that King Charles III has issued a formal instrument, a sovereign's decree regarding the structure and composition of the official royal household. The key clause, as relayed by senior constitutional experts and palace insiders, is this. It formally and irrevocably limits the use of the term working royal and the public funding, security, and institutional support that accompanies it to a defined, publicly named list of individuals. That list includes the King, the Queen, the Prince and Princess of Wales, the Princess Royal, and the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. Full stop. This is not a removal of titles. Archie and Lilibet remain Prince and Princess. Harry and Meghan remain the Duke and Duchess. This is something far more profound. It is the legal and financial severance of their operational potential. It is the King drawing a bright, uncrossable line around the firm. Here is how this single decree shatters every remaining Sussex hope. 1. The hybrid model fantasy annihilated. The dream of a part-in, part-out role, with some royal duties and some private ventures, is now constitutionally impossible. The decree defines a working royal as a full-time, publicly funded position. There is no in-between. By not being on the list, they are categorically, legally out. Point 2. The security plea rendered obsolete. The heart of Harry's legal battle has been the argument that he and his family deserve state security due to their status and threat level. This decree dismantles that argument at its foundation. It states that top-tier, state-funded security is an explicit function of being a named, working royal on public duty. His status as a royal duke and son of the king is now officially separated from the machinery of state protection. The legal ground has just vanished beneath his feet. Point 3. The children's royal future, formally circumscribed. While Archie and Lilibet retain their birthright titles, this decree ensures that should they ever wish to undertake official duties as adults, they would do so not as right, but by the specific new grant of the then monarch, likely William. Their path is not inherited. It is now a matter of future royal discretion. Their connection is genealogical, not operational. Point 4. The leverage of crisis neutralized. There has always been a whispered hope that in a moment of royal crisis, a thinning of the ranks, a need for global star power, a desperate call might come. This decree makes that impossible. It legally restricts the resources. No matter the circumstance, the palace machinery is now forbidden from extending them the official platform. The bridge isn't burned. Its very construction is now against the rules. For King Charles, this is the ultimate act of painful, strategic clarity. It is him choosing the stability of the institution over the lingering chaos of the family drama. It protects William's future reign from perpetual, will they, won't they, speculation. It is a father finally accepting that the son who left cannot come back into the house, but can remain in the garden, with a very clear fence between them. For Harry and Meghan, this is the bill coming due for their freedom. They traded the confines of the firm for the liberty of Montecito. This decree is the palace's cold, formal acknowledgement of that trade. You cannot have the sovereignty of your own narrative and the support of the sovereign's institution. The choice, as the king has now decreed, is binary. And they chose. The statement from Buckingham Palace is not an eviction. It is a definition. It defines the Sussexes, in the eyes of the crown, forevermore. Family, but not firm. Royal, but not working. Hopes for a return are not dashed. They are rendered constitutionally extinct. The decree is signed. The line is drawn in royal ink. At Royal Report 24/7, We translate sovereign actions into their irreversible consequences. This is the end of the beginning, and the beginning of a permanent new reality. To follow the aftermath of this historic severance, you must stay with us. Subscribe now, mark this moment with a like, share this definitive analysis, and ring that bell. The door to a return is not just closed. The wall has been rebuilt. This is Royal Report 24/7.